This is Modern Service Mastery, business school with boots on. Real lessons, real talk, and real growth for the residential service industry. Let's get to work.
All right, let's talk about something critical, the balance between emotion and logic in sales. You've probably heard this stat. Emotions drive 80% of purchasing decisions. But here's the kicker. The other 20%, that's where logic steps in. And it's not just some afterthought. It's what justifies all those warm, fuzzy feelings that make someone want to pull out their wallet.
Yeah, like, I love this new gadget, but...
Exactly. But then they think, is it worth it? That's where we as salespeople come in to guide that thought process, right? We're painting this emotional story and then sealing it with logical validation.
Totally, and especially in industries like HVAC, home remodeling, heck, even like concrete contracting, it's all about helping the client understand the effort and expertise behind the work. Like, why is this worth the price?
Right, and not just the price, but the value, the time, skill, and complexity involved. Take building a retaining wall as an example, a proper one, I mean. You're digging 3 feet deep for the foundation, pouring concrete with steel reinforcement, and then layering block. After that, a custom chiseled stone veneer tailored to match the aesthetic. That's not simple DIY here. It's thoughtful, skilled work designed to last decades.
Dude, exactly. And when clients see what's going into it, like custom measurements on a project or how, I don't know, an HVAC unit is more than just sticking something in and flipping a switch, they start to get it. That's logic backing up the emotional pull of, I want to keep my house toasty in the winter.
That's why storytelling is so powerful here, bringing both worlds together. Got an example for us?
You bet. Okay, so there was this one couple I worked with who wanted their patio remodeled, right? The emotional side was all about how they'd finally host their friends for those backyard barbecue nights they'd been dreaming about, but then came the logical concerns.
Budget, timelines.
And durability. Big time. So I walked them through the details, how we'd custom cut the pavers, prep the base with proper leveling so it never shifted, and, even better, our crew leader had 20 years of experience doing just this kind of work. Basically, showing them that, yeah, it's a great idea emotionally, but logically, it's a rock-solid investment.
And that's what sold them, wasn't it? The combination?
Oh, for sure. By addressing their concerns with facts and process, I gave them the confidence to move forward, but I also kept bringing it back to how awesome those barbecue nights would be. See what I mean?
Yeah, perfect example, and it applies everywhere, whether it's explaining a high-efficiency HVAC system or the dozen steps it takes to install energy-saving windows. Effort builds trust. Logic builds value. You wrap that around the emotional appeal, and you have a winning formula.
Exactly. It's all about stacking those layers, man. Emotion pulls them in, logic keeps them in.
Effort builds trust, and logic builds value, like we talked about earlier. Now let's dive deeper into that 20% side of the equation. What are some of the logical drivers that tip the value scale, especially when you're already pulling on a client's heartstrings?
I love this part, man. It's like stacking bricks. You start emotional, and then layer the logical stuff on top, so the whole thing doesn't crumble, you know?
Exactly. And here's something key. Your crew's experience, huge logical driver. Like, imagine you're hiring someone to replace your windows. Who would you trust more? A crew with 10 completed installs, or someone who's done 50 with glowing reviews to match?
Right? Or even showing how your crew leader's been doing this for like 20 years. That's the stuff clients eat up because it screams reliability. Plus...
Wait, keep that thought, Jake. But let me underscore this. It's not just about saying years of experience. Demonstrate it. Walk them through the process step by step. What goes into the job, why it matters. People love that transparency.
Totally. And dude, I learned this the hard way. One time I had this HVAC sale and the buyer was like, why is this system so expensive compared to Amazon's prices? And instead of freezing up, I broke it down. Installation, calibration, the warranty. All those steps? Yeah, not included in that online price tag. And guess what? It clicked for them.
That's it right there. Justifying the investment through logic, not just emotion. Let's brainstorm some more. What else can listeners use to drive value?
Okay, what about walkthroughs? When I pitched energy-saving windows, I didn't just talk efficiency. I walked the client through how the materials we use reduce drafts, how the glass coating reflects heat in the summer, how it lowers heating bills. It's logical and tangible.
Good one. Here's another. Leveraging comparisons. You've got to outline why your method is better than a competitor's. Show them the cost breakdown, but also the long-term benefits. Like, proper measurement and sealing on those windows isn't just saving money. It's stopping energy leaks for what, 15, 20 years?
Exactly. And you can even tie it back to emotion, like helping the homeowner picture cozy winters without a drafty breeze. Wow, Yeah, stacking those drivers just sells itself.
And it doesn't have to stop there. Clients want to see data too. Anything from maintenance stats on your system to videos of your crew in action builds that trust. Jake, what's one thing you've seen really sell clients on logical value?
Yeah, just straight up honesty goes far. Don't oversell, be real about what they're getting. Like, if your home security system doesn't have the fanciest app but has better reliability, bring that up. People respect the transparency.
So true. It's all about balancing those drivers, emotional and logical, so clients feel both excited and assured about their decision. I'd say listeners, take a moment and brainstorm logic that applies to your business. What builds credibility for your service? Ask for ideas in the comments, and let's help each other out with this. For example, you can post, "I'm in the concrete business. What are some logical lines I can use for driveways?"
100%. That's how you're going to win here.
All right, Jake, we've talked about the theory. Now let's put it into action. Let's show our listeners how to use these logical drivers in real-life scenarios. You ready for some role play?
Oh, you know it. Nothing better than getting our hands dirty with some practical stuff.
Perfect. So here's the setup. I'll be the skeptical client, and you're pitching me a premium HVAC system. Let's show how to blend emotional appeal with logical reasoning, shall we? Ready?
Born ready. Bring it on.
All right, so I'm the homeowner. Jake, I'm not sure I need this high-end system. My old unit still works, and this just seems expensive. What makes this worth the investment?
Great question, Mike. First off, let me ask, how's your current system doing when it's, say, 95 degrees outside? Are you noticing hot spots or feeling like it's struggling to keep up?
Well, yeah, I guess it does take a while to cool down certain rooms, but it's not unbearable.
Right, I hear that. But imagine this. It's the middle of summer, the house is cool, no fluctuating temps, your humidifier is running perfectly in sync, and your electric bill? Lower than you've seen in years. Quick pause. That's the emotional side. Comfort, ease, peace of mind.
Got it. Okay. That does sound nice, but again, it feels like a hefty upfront cost.
Totally valid. And here's where the logic kicks in. With this system, you're not just buying comfort, you're also investing in efficiency. It's 30% more energy efficient than older units. Over the next 5 years, you're looking at saving a couple $1,000s on energy bills alone. Plus, the warranty covers parts and labor for a decade. No surprises, no headaches.
I see. So it pays for itself over time?
Exactly. And let me break it down even further. If you keep your older unit, the repair and energy costs over time will likely exceed the cost of upgrading now. Plus, this system's variable speed motor keeps the temperature steady, which we both know isn't happening with what you've got now. All that plus, you're way more comfortable and the rooms are consistent. Isn't that what you really want?
All right, end role play. That's convincing. I like how you tied it back to my concerns while showing the long-term value. What's next?
Okay, let's switch gears. Want to do a quick one on home remodeling? This time you're the contractor pitching me a kitchen renovation.
Okay, Jake. Let's say you're the homeowner who's hesitant about remodeling. Here goes. Jake, I get why a new kitchen would be nice, but what's the real benefit here? I'm already managing a tight budget, and this feels like a big jump.
Oh, the classic budget worry. Love it. Okay, Mike, you told me you wanted to spend more time cooking with family like you did when you were growing up, right? Picture this. It's the holidays, and your family is gathered around, cooking together in a space that's open, functional, welcoming. Pause. That's the emotional win. But let's talk numbers. Remodeling your kitchen has the potential to increase your home's value by up to 15%. So even if you're spending now, you're seeing a return whether you sell or stay. So it's a good investment in your family and, well, just a good investment.
Smart angle. And what about the structural stuff? How do I know it's built to last?
Great point. That's where we get into craftsmanship. Everything we do, from the cabinet materials to how we install them, meets or exceeds industry standards. Our subcontractors, vetted pros with years under their belts. Quality you can count on, guaranteed.
I like it. I like showing how we justify the emotional excitement with concrete results.
Exactly. It's all about pairing the, oh, imagine this amazing kitchen vibe with, oh, and check out this data showing why it's smart. They go hand in hand.
Listeners, this is your action item for the week. Practice these scenarios. Create your own role plays that fit your services, whether you're in HVAC, remodeling, or pest control. And share those experiences with us in the community comments. The Service Mastery crew is here to support you.
Yeah, we want to hear your wins. And hey, you've got this. Stack your emotional appeals with solid logic, and you'll see results.
Absolutely. And with that, we'll wrap up. Be sure to stay connected. Remember, emotion plus logic, and keep building that trust with your clients. That's all for today, folks. Great talking.
Catch you in the next chapter. And don't forget, be kind to yourself. You've earned it.
Thanks for listening to Modern Service Mastery Business School with Boots On. If this episode helped you lead, grow, or think differently, share it with your crew and keep the momentum going.